were here in Skopje at MakeDox, where there was organized a fantastic rough cut session. I remember there was Jesper Osmund there. So Mila already had some selected scenes edited, but it was still more or less like searching for the tone of the film. And this week we spent here in Skopje was very important for us because we really understood that we need to work on the relations. We were trying to tell Mila with Jesper, I remember, to think about that she would be also part of the film. But it was still quite a long journey to that. Then the next year, it was 2012, I think, Mila also found a French co-producer, Karin Szyszkowski. And so HBO accepted the film, but although the shooting was at that time already like 5 years ongoing, and basically Mila wanted to do this film even before Cinema Comunisto, so it was in her head for many years. And it was very rich and hard process because it's a very complex story. Mila wanted to say the whole Yugoslav history from 1918 on till so 100 years basically. And we were aware that for the international audience you have to shrink it and in the same time make it more personal. So this is very important in the process to make a film for international audience that doesn't have the knowledge. And also I think in the last cut, in the final cut, it's really the story about the development, the relation of mother and daughter, and it's a universal story which helps the audience, international audience, to understand also the Yugoslav story. The film had such a great success, and winning ITFA, I really never expected that an Eastern European movie can do that. We were very surprised, and it was a fantastic moment when you sit there in the award ceremony, relax, and suddenly they say there is a small flat in the middle of the city. So we knew it was like very special moment. And immediately at ITFA, and already before that in Toronto, we got very good feedbacks from audiences. So it's not just European audience, it's global audience, because many people in Toronto, Americans came to see us, and then Mila also made an American tour with her mother, and they got very good feedbacks because these are things that are happening in America right now. The most important thing, and I think this is why this film is so successful, is this passing the baton to the new generation, you know, and all these questions about ethics, about personal responsibility. So I think this is a film. When we were starting doing the film, we couldn't imagine that this film would be so actual in the end of the decade, you know. So I think really the film came in the right moment. You know, in the beginning when I saw the trailer, I was like, okay, I am not sure if she is like strong enough, because first appearance, I didn't know. But then watching more and more material and listening to her was so inspiring for me, and I felt like, for me as a Czech, I felt like she's the Serbian Václav Havel. I always had this comparison. But then when we met, it was really amazing, and I am admiring her very much. I think if we would have more people and more women as she is, this world would look like different way.
Ja je ne znam, ali ona očigledno bila student u ovo vreme.
A ja?
Ova priča završava ličnom porukom. Nije fijasko Srbijanka. U osvajanju slobode, baš kao i u životu, ponekad je važnije kako smo putovali nego da li smo stigli tamo gde smo naumili. Što je ovo lep tekst?
What we do as cinema, we concentrate on excellent storytelling, on excellent cinematography, on editing. You know, it's a big pleasure doing these high-end films.
Evo, ovo je puto. To tvoje neki džambo.
It was exactly here, somewhere there, when the idea that she should be in the film was born. Of course, that was a long journey because before she accepted that the film should be not just about history, but about a relationship, and for me, what is to me very dear, that is about this passing the responsibility to the young generation. So that's why Puršumljan and MakeDox was even more special to Mila and to all of us. That's why we planned to come here all, because some ideas were born exactly here. From the first pitch I saw that Mila wants to keep the film inside the flat, and I like that idea very much because I feel the flat a kind of metaphor of the country and these enemies abroad. What we had discussion is if we should go to the other side, to Nada Lazarevic, and basically then we decided that yes, because you see that basically victims are on both sides. So we always think they are the enemies behind, but actually we are all victims in such regimes. Films like Mila's film make big sense because it's like a wake-up call, and I think we need a very strong wake-up call in all Europe, in all the world practically. Because we premiered the film in Toronto Film Festival, also Mila went in a tour in US, and there people also resonate very strongly. So what's happening here, what's happening in Central Europe, what's happening in Western Europe, what's happening everywhere in the world. So there is something to be done.